I say the 3 and I say the 2 and the 1. In 3, 2, 1. Beatbox.
That's a cool bass. He's changing the pitch of his voice and his tongue. Oh, that's cool.
All this hate is getting old. It's a little funky when I bite my zip.
Wow.
Bite my lip.
Wow. The control is so cool. It's just so cool because there are so many beatboxers, even professional ones, that the way they come across to a non-beatboxer is probably really abrasive and not very interesting because it's just like a lot of sound. But he sounds like a track. You know what I mean? Is this guy a person? Is he a human? Is none of this pitch corrected?
It's gold style haters.
Dude, he just did a whole bunch of stuff that I've never heard before. I'm assuming that none of this is pitch corrected and it was very on pitch. You know what I mean? How do you do that? How does anybody in the world do that? If there's no pitch correction to what he just did, wow. Like, out of my mind, that is so interesting. Wow. Did you hear that? This guy isn't real either.
Hey, your great shirt, let me taste your thing.
Violent! What am I listening to right now?
Time.
So, imagine you're 5 years old and you really want to go to outer space. You want to be an astronaut. You don't know anyone else in the world that wants to be an astronaut. So you're like, I got this. I'm going to learn about space. You don't know anybody else that wants to go to outer space. And everyone thinks it's really interesting and impressive how much you learn about space over the next 5 years. You turn 10 years old. You turn 10 years old and you get invited to go to this really big space astronaut camp, right? And the only people that can go to this camp are people that are like you. And so when you go to this camp, you're so stoked. You're feeling great about yourself because you're like, I think this is where I belong. I think I'm going to be an actual astronaut. I think I'm going to be one of the people that gets to go to outer space. 10 more years go by. You're 20 years old, okay? You go to frickin' NASA, all right? You go to NASA and you do an interview. This is how we're going to interview you. We're obviously going to ask you about who you are, but really what we're going to do is we're going to figure out if you are physically capable of going to space. They're throwing out facts and giving you questions that you've never even thought of before, okay? They're pulling it from all over the place. You don't even know where it's coming from. You thought that you knew about space, but you find out in that interview that you don't know anything. You're trash, kid. You've been doing this for 15 years and you're garbo. And then they send someone else to space that deserves it. That's how I feel when I watch D-Lo versus ZEKKA. I'm not going to space, dude. they're going to the moon. These kids are going out to see the first black hole that a person's ever seen with their bare eyes. These kids are going past light speed. I'm not wrong. I'm right. So just know that if you think that you're good at whatever you do, you're trash. That's what this video taught me. Thank you very much, ZEKKA, Dilo. Actually, that video was really good. They're very talented. I was in a trance the whole time. That made me lose my mind. What a great video.